Hey guys, it's your boy Mikosoid here, and today we're going to be looking at this CasiOak, or the Casio G-Shock, or it's the GA-B2100BNR. So, yes, I got this Casio because it just looks so cool, and it's not that expensive. It was like £100 I got it for, so great price for it. If you can't find it on a deal, it's like £130, but yeah. So I just wanted to go over this. So it's a quartz watch, and in terms of timekeeping, you'll gain or lose about 15 seconds in a month. But you may notice there is a little RCVD little text there. Now, technically, depending on where I look, some people would say it does have RCVD, and what RCVD is basically it connects to a radio tower, and it basically syncs the atomic time, or some people just say it's actually just Bluetooth. It might be a bit hard to see, but there is no indicator, and actually I can move the hands doing this. Yeah, so you can see. Oh, there is actually an RCVD indicator. So I actually haven't connected it to Bluetooth in like 2 days. So I'm pretty sure that means it's connected to the radio. If you can't connect to a radio, if you live somewhere which doesn't have a nice signal, then you can just connect to Bluetooth. You maybe like do it just literally once every month, something like that, unless you want to be really accurate with the time. But yeah, so as a G-Shock, this is a gel case. Although it's rated for 200 meters of water resistance. The glass is, I think, mineral glass, if I remember right. I find that it can attract quite a lot of dust, so it's just like something to be aware of. It does get quite dusty, like just like on my wrist, I'll notice like dust particles and I'll wipe it off, sort of thing. The specific reason I got this version in particular is lots of these G-Shocks are like tactical and they're like all black. And basically, I was worried about not being able to see the numeracies, especially because the display is inverted as well. I just thought it would be convenient to have some red markings to show the time instead of it just having it all black. Because I was looking at a nice like multicolour version of this watch, but it was all black, other than like maybe the outer dial was like maybe a slightly lighter grey sort of thing, and I just thought, no, that's just not going to cut it. In terms of the LCD display, as I said, it's inverted. It's really hard to see on camera. As long as there's light, it's fine. And worst case, you do have a little light indicator here, and that makes it appear on the camera. You've also got this outer dial. So my dad actually has a metal version of this G-Shock, and this outer little dial just shows the date, and I think that's actually better than what this shows, because if I like click mode, it's a bit hard. I'll go over this, but the buttons are not the best. So if you go over the modes, you can see the dial changes. So you got world time, and it's really hard to see, but I've got it set to Tokyo. So compared to my 1200, not so great at showing the world time. And what you'll see is, if you just want to have a quick look, when you go to world time, it like shows, like, for example, I've got this set to Tokyo, not that you can see, but I've got it set to Tokyo, and it'll show the name Tokyo for like quite a while before it switches to the time, which is a quite a pain in the bum if you just want to have a quick look. In terms of functionality, so you've got your world time, and then click mode. And then we've got stopwatch, and then timer, which I use quite a lot. What is this? This is alarm. And then we go back to, basically this indicates the battery, so you've got high, medium, low. And one of the great things about this watch is it's got solar. I think the solar panel is underneath this small dial. I think the base watch, even without the solar, is rated for 3 years, so I wouldn't worry about the battery on this watch. Obviously, not 10 years like this watch, but you've got infinite battery as long as you're out in the sun. So if I hold down the mode button, I can't really show you because obviously I'm using my phone to record. If you hold it down long enough, I think it's supposed to be 3 seconds, it will go to Bluetooth, and then you can connect your phone, and basically you can control all of the settings on your phone as well. It's a bit slow though, so it's debatable whether it's faster. I guess it's technically faster, and solely because the buttons are rubbish. On my 1200, it's so easy to press the buttons. On this, if I want to like move the hands, it's so hard, and I've got to use my nails sometimes, because if I just use my fingers, oh, I got it that time, but sometimes I just can't do it, especially when it's on the wrist, doing it with my left hand. It's just so awkward. Let's set it. Is that right? No, it's not right. Let's set it back. Here we go. So yeah, again, this is very accurate. It's rated for 200 meters of water resistance. In terms of weight, I think it's like rated for like 51 to 52 grams, and it's about 11 to 12 millimeters thick. So I got a tiny wrist, but this strap fits snugly. So if I put it on, can we go tighter? We can go tighter. So there you go. That's it on the wrist. In terms of thickness, you can see here it's very slightly thicker than the World Time, but the World Time's not thick at all. So this is a very slim G-Shock. Usually you find G-Shocks are like closer to like a 50mm range, but this watch is just it's just right. I mean, some may argue for my wrist, because I've got a tiny wrist, it's a bit big. I usually wear it a bit further up my arm, but I think this is as big as I'm prepared to go. I think any bigger than this, it just looks ridiculous. This just sits on the edge for me for like being too big. It's fine. I've been using this watch a lot, like going out boating and stuff. It's a great like just daily driver if you're doing something extreme, but you're not planning to use like a smartwatch if you're like not doing exercise or something that you can measure with exercise. I think this watch is great. Yeah, this is what the other thing is I forgot to mention is this watch does have loom, although it's only the hands. The loom's all right. It's passable. It's fine. It doesn't stay loomed for very long in terms of visibility, unless you put it under UV light, which I shall demonstrate. And there you go. You can see a bit of the loom coming through in the daylight. If you're out in the sun and you go inside, the loom, and even when it's not dark, you see the loom activate. But it's not much reason, especially if you just have the light here. The only problem I found is with the light, if you're in the dark and then the hands are covering your LCD display, and you hit the light, well then you can't see the display, and then it's too dark to fumble around to try and press the buttons down to move the hands. It's just very annoying, and you don't even know if you've pressed it properly because they're so hard to press. The watch might go beep, and you might go, oh, it's changed, and then you turn the light on, and then it's still covered. So that's quite annoying. Other things, so I can show you guys. So if you want to see like other things, it's a bit hard to see on the LCD display. So you got reminder. I'm not sure what this button is. What that does on that mode. You've got your date here, and you got your time. Another thing, and this is a bit watch snobbery, but when I'm going to bed, I like putting my watch up to my ear and hearing the clockwork. This, you're not hearing any clockwork. It does tick very slightly when the minute hand moves, but it's not very loud. So, I mean, as a quartz watch, this is great, and really, for the price it is, this is awesome, and it looks awesome. I think there needs to be more colourful options where the numeracies are visible, instead of just having pure black, because if you go the base version, you got like, was it like green, blue, red, which looks slightly different to this. It's like little tabs of blue and red and green around the edges, and you also get the date on the side and the small dial instead of all of this Bluetooth stuff and all that. But yeah, I think this is a great little watch. Something to be aware of, I've been seeing a lot that there's lots of like fake Casios going around at the moment, so maybe be careful. If you find this watch really, really cheap, I'm not sure if there is fakes of this watch in particular, but just be aware. But yeah, this is a great watch. I wouldn't wear this as a dress watch, obviously. I think it looks way too ugly and you just look completely out of place. So it's just something to be aware of. If you want to show off, then show off in the right environment. But yeah, other than that, this is my review of the G-Shock. I'll put it on my wrist again, one final time. And I will also show you the alarm. The alarm, if you watch my 1200 review, my world time review, it sounds like that. It might actually be a little quieter, but if I go mode, world time, stopwatch, timer, and then what you do is you hold down the adjust button to adjust the timer. Really hard to press down, and I think it's top button to go down in time. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll set this to go off. I guess we're doing it in 1 minute. And then we click start. And then, yeah, so as you can see, the watch spins around. It's great. The strap, I find, I think I might be a bit allergic to or something. Ignoring the fact that my hairs get caught on the watch and pulls my hairs, I find the watch can get a bit itchy. And no matter how tight, even if I have this on like really loose, it still marks my arm, which is a bit annoying. Again, this is called, lots of people call this a CasiOak. This is an extremely popular watch. Yeah, and again, Bluetooth, questionable versatility, and RCVD. Again, I'm not 100% sure if it has RCVD. It says it does on the watch. I think it does because I haven't connected it in a few days and it's still on, which it usually isn't on if it hasn't connected to something. It will give you a little fouled symbol if it hasn't connected to anything. That's the alarm. Very nice. And voila, that's me stalling for 1 minute. That's my review, guys. You can press start to stop it as well. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.